just sort of wanted to update y'all. If y'all saw this short last week, I did not post a new video because I was sick and I just couldn't do it. I did film some content while I was sick, but I just decided, you know what, it's going to be easier just to sort of give y'all a summary rather than post the content where I look awful because I was so sick. So I guess it was Tuesday afternoon. Someone was here that I was meeting with, and then they left. I felt hungry, okay? I didn't really want to make anything, so I just ate a snack. Well, I started feeling sort of nauseous because it seemed like the nausea you sort of get when you're really hungry, you know? So I decided to have some applesauce. So I was eating the applesauce, I started feeling increasingly worse and thought, okay, I need to get something more substantial. So I made some oatmeal, ate a few bites of that, and was like, I cannot do this. I went to the bathroom. I told my mom I was feeling really nauseated. Within 10 minutes, I was throwing up a lot. And that surprisingly made me feel a little bit better, but I still felt nauseated. Oh, I forgot to say, before I went into the bathroom, I put my the little nausea C-band things on. These things, you know, they have a little pressure point that's supposed to relieve nausea and stuff. So I put those on. They didn't help, so I threw up, and Mom, of course, is thinking that it's something I ate. She was going to go to the store after work and asked if there was anything I wanted, and I said chicken noodle soup and saltines. And if I'm asking for chicken noodle soup, I specifically wanted the cup of soup, the Lipton cup of soup. If I'm asking for chicken noodle soup, it's a lot. I'm really sick because I never eat chicken noodle soup just because after my back surgery, I had so much chicken broth and my mom put these awful protein packets in it that I was like, no more. No more chicken broth, no more chicken noodle soup. Nothing with chicken broth in it. Unless I'm sick or can't tell it's chicken broth. So I had that. She also got me Gatorade, which was good to get some fluid that I'd lost. I was drinking grape Gatorade because when I'm sick, for some reason I like grape. So I was drinking grape, and I hadn't even finished the whole, it was like a 12-ounce one. I hadn't even finished the whole one. I was in the bathroom. I was walking around with my trash can because I still felt nauseated. I was walking into the kitchen, and as I was walking into the kitchen, thankfully I had my trash can, I started throwing up again. And it was like, I just need to get to a place where I can sit down. So I walked to a chair, finally felt a little bit better, and that was when we knew it wasn't something I ate. There was one more time that day that I threw up. I felt feverish but didn't have fever. Later that night, I checked my temperature. I had a fever. I think the highest I ever saw it was 101.8. So we knew I had the stomach bug, stomach virus, stomach flu, whatever you want to call it. The only thing about a virus is they won't put you on a prescription, so it was one of those things that we had to wait for it to pass, so we didn't even bother going to the doctor because my mom asked me if I felt achy at all. And I said my leg feels a little achy, but I'm not too concerned about it. She said if you had the flu, you'd feel like you were hit by a bus. I said I don't feel like I was hit by a bus. and she was pretty confident it was not COVID, so we just didn't even bother testing either. So, because I've never had COVID yet. My mom and I both haven't. Which I'm thankful to God for protecting me thus far. So I don't know how I got stomach bug, because I'd only been to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. I have not been to work because it's cold and I had to finish my course, which I did finish the day before I was sick. The teacher entered my grade and said I was done. And it was a grade I was happy with too. So it was like, thank you, Lord, that you helped me finish this course right before I got sick. Because it was very hard, very difficult. And then, so I was in bed most of the time. I watched the Brady Bunch that I had recorded. I watched some Heartland, even though I'd seen it all. I think I may have watched some Little House on the Prairie. I watched some The Biggest Loser. My favorite thing that I watched though while I was sick was The Greatest Showman. It took me a few days to finish it because I kept falling asleep, but I did get a lot of rest, which the internet said was rest and fluids were the main things to do. They also said drinking broth, which I had some cup of chicken noodle soup and saltines. I mean, the cup of soup that's got the broth in it. My mom did have some homemade broth that I had when I was like finally starting to feel a little bit better, but I am still feeling a little nauseated. The other day I thought I was getting sick again because I felt exactly how I felt right before I was throwing up. But I didn't. That time I was just hungry. So I think I'm better. I've had no fever since maybe Friday. So still trying to make sure I stay hydrated. I'm back to taking all my meds. I was only taking the bare minimum because it was like, if I'm just going to throw it up, why take it, you know? And then I've started back the water through my G-tube because I didn't want to be throwing up all night, so I didn't do it while I was sick. But yeah, I think that's really all. So that's why there wasn't a video last week, and I haven't posted a full one this week yet. Don't know if I'll get one out. It's just sort of doing it as I can right now. I have stayed up to date with my Bible reading, even while I was sick. I'm reading the whole Bible in a year. So tonight I read in Psalms. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. So that's really all I've got. I'm thankful to be feeling better and no longer sick. So, and no one else in my family caught it. Thank you, Lord. So, anyways, I hope y'all have a great week. Never lose hope.